Hi, BonBonB here. One of the recurring questions I see all over social media is, which mods should I be using? Mostly these are from players new to the workshop, maybe even new to the game, and are often inspired by those infernal YouTube builders. While it seems like a very simple and straightforward question, there are many nuances to the problem. What are you trying to achieve? Refining the mechanics of your game? Improving the graphics? Working on your detailing? Or maybe something else? On top of this, we need to consider the power of your computer. An i3 running 8GB of RAM will be much more limited than a top-of-the-range gaming rig. Then there are fashions and progress. Even as I make this video, one of my recommended mods is probably deemed old school by some cutting-edge players, and another is going through some issues, so a temporary version is being used. Add into this that mods go obsolete and are replaced with newer, slicker versions, so there's no telling how long today's list will stay current. After much consideration, I've come up with a list of 12 mods which I think that every single player should be using, and that includes you. Each of these will elevate your vanilla game to something far more engaging and enjoyable. There are a hatful of other mods I could recommend, but I had to draw the line somewhere. Now, before we start, remember that using mods is your responsibility and nobody else's. It is up to you to read the description and to make sure that your mod is updated, or not, whatever the case may be. Steam will do most of the updates automatically for you, but it's still something that you should keep an eye on. Some mods will have dependencies, such as Harmony. I haven't included dependency mods in my list as you'll have to subscribe to them regardless. Remember, read the descriptions. So anyway, I've come up with a list of 12 mods, all of which are linked into the description of this video. I've broken them down into 5 categories: networking, detailing, aesthetics, its mods, and optimization. So without further ado, let's get modding. Networking. Fine Road Tool. The vanilla road and rail building tools are very limited, and you'll often find yourself guessing how the final drawn network will look. Fine Road Tool gives you all of the control that you need, from elevation increments to forcing elevated or tunnel sections where the game thinks otherwise. The controls are easy to learn and fairly intuitive. We're currently in version 2 of this mod, which means that hopefully in the future we will see Fine Road Tool continue to be supported. Fine Road Anarchy. The sister mod to Fine Road Tool, so much so that you'll forget that they are actually different mods completely. Fine Road Anarchy allows you to put networks in places that the vanilla game will tell you you already have occupied. Sure, it's occupied, but you have bigger plans, and Fine Road Anarchy will empower you to do this. Also currently in version 2, make sure that you get the up-to-date copy. Traffic Manager President Edition. The golden mod, the mod to beat all mods, well, maybe. Traffic Manager President Edition gives you the tools to control traffic behaviour in your networks. Increase speed limits in certain areas, restrict heavy traffic from your suburbs, set up timed traffic lights, force traffic in certain lanes to turn at the next exit, have more realistic parking behaviours, and much, much more. Traffic Manager will make your city come to life in ways that you never even dreamt of. Detailing. Ploppable RICO Revisited. Want to place a building in a certain location, a specific house or factory or shop or something else, but when you try the building just doesn't work or simply despawns after a few seconds? Well then, Ploppable RICO Revisited is what you need. Best used in conjunction with another mod coming later in this list, RICO is a great way of controlling the exact style of the city that you wish to develop. Prop Anarchy. So you've tried putting a fence around your property or a decal onto a road, and you have that space already occupied warning. Well, that ends with Prop Anarchy. You'll have full control over the placement of your detailing, for a far more realistic city build. Tree Anarchy. Well, as trees aren't props, you'll want to have similar controls over your foliage. Tree Anarchy is the answer, but use with caution. Remember, BonBonB doesn't approve of drowned trees. It mods. Move It. The mod which changed detailing and everything, and continues to be utterly indispensable. With Move It, you can move anything from single props to entire cities, elevate networks, smooth highway ramps, and even export detailed areas to be able to reuse them in other cities later on. This mod is mind-blowing. Find It. Once you subscribe to thousands of assets from the workshop, finding them again without hours of scrolling used to be a nightmare. With Find It, you can isolate individual categories or even search by name if you know the name of the asset that you're looking for. Currently on version 2, Find It is another essential mod. Hide It. If you're going to go to the effort of detailing your city, why allow the game's ugly vanilla aspects to shine through? Use Hide It to remove the ghastly vanilla billboards, or grass sprites, or the dead tree effects at rivers, or much more. There are a couple of versions, but if you're new to modding, the basic original version will work fine for you. Aesthetics. Ultimate Eyecandy. Whilst Render It is fast becoming the go-to mod for aesthetic control, the number of options are simply overwhelming, and especially so for someone new to running mods. Unless you know that you need all of the extra fine controls, I recommend Ultimate Eyecandy. This mod will allow you to tweak the light settings, the speed of the day and night cycle, and even choose the exact time of day for that perfect sunset shot. Optimisation. Loading screen mod. Now if you're new, this is the easiest mod to overlook and skip past, when in fact it should be the very first one that you subscribe to. Loading screen mod optimises how assets are loaded, saving precious RAM and substantially cutting down on the loading time in the process. There's a lot more it can do, but just having the base settings will mean a much faster game with potential for far more assets. And finally, instant return to desktop. Now to my shame, I only recently discovered this one for myself, and boy, what a fool I feel. Cities Skylines makes you wait while your city loads, then it makes you wait while you shut the software down. Now while loading screen can save you many minutes in the startup process, instant return to desktop does exactly that, saving you more precious time when you're done. And that is it. My essential 12 mods that every Cities Skylines player should be using. There are many more that almost made this list, but if you're new and you want to have the most fun, these are the must-have mods. Now if this video has been of any use to you, please hit the like button. Of course, subscribing really helps me out too. It'd be really great to have you along for some new tutorials I have planned for the upcoming year and beyond. Thanks for watching. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very welcome.